waves, quantum waves. All the same mathematics, same equations, same behavior. Vibrations in a guitar string, atoms in a crystal, electrons in an atom, all oscillating, all repeating. Same patterns. Why? Why does nature use the same tricks over and over? I'm Richard Feynman, and I've noticed this my whole life. Same patterns appearing in totally different contexts, different scales, different phenomena, but same underlying structure. And it's not just physics, it's everywhere. Biology, chemistry, geology, weather, music, art, mathematics, the same patterns repeat, again and again and again. This fascinated me, still fascinates me, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start recognizing the patterns everywhere. Let me show you what I mean. Start simple. Ocean waves. You've seen them. Big waves. Small waves. Rolling toward the beach. Regular. Rhythmic. Repeating. What's happening? Water going up and down. Energy traveling through the medium. Wave motion. Simple. Now look at sound. You can't see it, but it's the same thing. Air pressure going up and down. Energy traveling through air. Wave motion. Same mathematics as ocean waves. Light, electromagnetic waves. Electric and magnetic fields oscillating, going up and down. Energy traveling through space. Same wave equation. Same behavior. Quantum mechanics. Wave functions. Probability waves. Schrödinger equation is a wave equation. Same mathematics again. Different phenomena, different scales. Ocean waves are meters. Sound waves are centimeters. Light waves are tiny, micrometers, nanometers. Quantum waves are even smaller. But same pattern. Wave, oscillation, repetition, up and down, back and forth, over and over. Why? Why does nature keep using this same trick? Because it works. Because it's fundamental. Because it's the natural behavior when you have something that can store and transfer energy. Any system that can store energy in two forms and transfer between them will oscillate, will wave, will repeat, pendulum, stores energy as potential energy at the top, kinetic energy at the bottom, swings back and forth, oscillates, repeats, spring, stores energy compressed or stretched, releases it, compresses again, oscillates, repeats. LC circuit in electronics, stores energy in inductor and capacitor, transfers between them, current oscillates, repeats, atom, electron has kinetic energy and potential energy, transfers between them, electron cloud oscillates, wave function, quantum mechanics, same pattern, over and over, because it's the fundamental way energy behaves when you have two storage modes. This is why waves are everywhere. Not because nature is copying itself, because wave motion is the natural consequence of energy storage and transfer. But here's what really gets me, what really blows my mind. The mathematics is identical, not similar. Identical. Ocean wave equation, sound wave equation, light wave equation, Schrödinger equation, all the same form. Da quadrad ps per t quadrad, v quadrad, da quadrad ps per x quadrad, wave equation. Different variables, different speeds, but same structure, same mathematics. Once you solve it for one system, you've solved it for all systems. The behavior is universal. Interference, diffraction, resonance, standing waves, harmonics, all waves do these things. All of them, because the mathematics is the same. The pattern is universal. I remember learning this, graduate school, different professors teaching different subjects. Electromagnetic waves, sound waves, quantum mechanics. And I'd see the same equations on the board, again and again, different notation, different context, but same structure. And I thought, this is amazing. Nature isn't creative. Nature is lazy, uses the same solutions over and over. But that's good, because once you understand waves in one context, you understand them everywhere. Learn ocean waves, you understand sound. Learn sound, you understand light. Learn light, you understand quantum mechanics. Same patterns. Same mathematics, same behavior. This is why physics is possible, why we can understand nature, because nature repeats itself, uses the same patterns, follows the same rules, not just waves, oscillations, vibrations, repeating motion. Atoms vibrate, molecules vibrate, crystals have vibration modes, Earth vibrates, minus seismic waves, sun vibrates, everything vibrates. Why? Because everything has mass and restoring forces, mass and spring, oscillator. It vibrates, repeats, and when things vibrate, they make waves. Sound waves, light waves, seismic waves, quantum waves. It's all connected, all the same pattern. Vibration creates waves. Waves create interference. Interference creates patterns. And music. Oh man, music. This is where it really hit me personally. I play bongo drums. Have for years. Love it. Not great at it, but I love the patterns, the rhythms, the repetition. Started in college. Some friends had bongos at a party. I tried them, felt the vibration in my hands, heard the sound, got hooked, bought my own drums, started practicing, hours and hours. My neighbors hated me. My wife Arline thought I was crazy. Dick, she'd say, you're a physicist. Why are you obsessing over drums? And I'd tell her, I'm not obsessing, I'm studying. This is physics. She'd laugh. But she was right. I was obsessing, couldn't help it, because I was hearing physics, feeling physics, living physics. And one day I'm playing, hitting the drum, feeling the vibrations, hearing the sound, and I realize this is physics. This is wave motion. This is resonance. The drumhead vibrates, oscillates, creates waves in the air, sound waves, pressure waves. They travel, reach my eardrum vibrates. Same frequency, resonance. I stopped playing, sat there thinking. The drum is a physical system. It has modes, natural frequencies, harmonics, just like a quantum system, just like an atom vibrating in a molecule, just like electromagnetic cavity modes. I started analyzing it. Physicist mode. Can't help myself. Drumhead is a membrane, circular boundary. Waves reflect from the edge. Standing waves form. Bessel functions describe the modes. Different hitting positions excite different modes. Center of drum, fundamental mode, symmetric, deep tone, edge of drum, higher modes, asymmetric, higher pitch, sharper sound. I could predict the frequencies, calculate the harmonics. All from physics. Same physics as quantum mechanics. The drum has natural frequencies, modes of vibration, harmonics, just like a quantum system, just like an atom. When I hit different parts of the drum, I excite different modes, different harmonics, different pitches. Same physics as electron energy levels in atoms. Music is physics. Physics is music. Same patterns, same mathematics. Guitar string vibrates, fundamental frequency, first harmonic, second harmonic, third, fourth, all vibrating at once, creating complex sound. Those harmonics? Same mathematics as quantum mechanics, same as vibration modes in a crystal. When you play a chord, monospal strings vibrating, you get interference. Constructive interference sounds consonant. Nice, harmonious. Destructive interference sounds dissonant, clashing, ugly. Same physics as wave interference in the double slit experiment. Constructive and destructive interference, creating patterns. Music theory is physics. Octaves, fifths, thirds, all about frequency ratios. Dos, un, tres y dos, cinco y cuatro. Simpler ratios create consonance. Complex ratios create dissonance. Why? Because simple ratios mean the waves align often, reinforce each other. Constructive interference. Complex ratios mean the waves rarely align, always shifting, beating against each other. Messy interference. Pythagoras figured this out 2,500 years ago, built music theory on mathematics, on ratios, on patterns. He was doing physics without knowing it. Understanding wave behavior through music. Resonance. That's the key word. That's what connects everything. Resonance is when two oscillating systems match frequencies. They reinforce each other, transfer energy efficiently, amplify the motion. Push a child on a swing. Push at the right time, when the swing reaches its peak. Small pushes create big swings. Why? Resonance. You're matching the natural frequency. Push at random times. Doesn't work. Sometimes you push forward, sometimes backward. You fight the swing. No resonance. No amplification. Same with everything. Radio. You tune to a frequency. Your antenna resonates at that frequency, picks up that station, ignores others. Resonance filters, MRI machines, magnetic resonance imaging. Atomic nuclei have natural frequencies. Radio waves at that frequency make them resonate, flip their spins. That's how we image the body. Resonance. Microwave oven. Microwaves at the resonant frequency of water molecules. Water absorbs energy, heats up. Other materials don't resonate, don't heat up as much. That's why the plate stays cool, but food gets hot. Tacoma Narrows Bridge, 1940. Collapsed. Why? Wind created oscillations, matched the bridge's natural frequency. Resonance. Small wind created huge oscillations. Bridge couldn't handle it. Collapsed. Dramatic. Tragic. Resonance. Resonance is everywhere. When frequencies match, energy transfers efficiently. Systems couple, amplify each other, and music uses this constantly. Singer breaks a wine glass, sings at the glass's resonant frequency. Glass vibrates, amplitude grows, eventually shatters. Resonance. Orchestra tunes to A equals 440 Hz. Everyone matches that frequency. When they play together, the sounds resonate, reinforce each other, create harmony. Resonance. Every instrument has resonant frequencies. Guitar body resonates, amplifies the string vibrations. Violin body, piano soundboard, drum shell, all resonators. Without resonance, music would be quiet, weak, hard to hear. Resonance is what makes music loud, rich, beautiful. I think about this when I'm playing bongos. Each hit, each rhythm, it's all waves, oscillations, resonance, physics, and it connects to everything else. Atoms vibrate at specific frequencies. Molecules have vibrational modes. Crystals have phonons, quantized vibrations. Same mathematics, same patterns, from bongo drums to quantum field theory. Why does nature repeat these patterns? Why oscillations everywhere? Why waves everywhere? Because it's efficient, because it's stable, because it's the natural solution to differential equations with restoring forces. Nature isn't choosing to repeat. Nature is following mathematics. And mathematics has preferred patterns, stable solutions, natural modes. Oscillation is stable, energy goes back and forth, doesn't build up, doesn't run away, just cycles, repeats, forever. That's why atoms are stable. Electrons in standing waves, stable oscillations. If they weren't stable, atoms would collapse. Matter wouldn't exist. That's why molecules vibrate, stable configurations. Bonds acting like springs, oscillations that don't destroy the molecule. That's why crystals have regular structures. Repeating patterns. Stable, low energy, natural. Repetition equals stability. Patterns equal predictability. Nature loves both, and we love it too. Humans love patterns, love repetition, love rhythm. Music, repetition, rhythm, patterns. We find it beautiful, satisfying, meaningful. Why? Maybe because our brains recognize that these patterns are fundamental, that they're everywhere in nature, that they represent stability and order. Or maybe we just evolved to like patterns. Pattern recognition helps survival. Find the pattern, predict the future, avoid danger, find food. Either way, we love the patterns, and nature provides them, everywhere. I see patterns in physics. You see patterns in music. Artists see patterns in nature. Mathematicians see patterns in numbers. Same patterns, different contexts. Same underlying reality. Fibonacci sequence shows up in plants, spirals, petals, seeds. Why? Because it's a stable growth pattern. Efficient packing, natural solution to growth equations. Fractals show up in coastlines, trees, rivers, lungs. Why? Because they're self-similar. Repeating patterns at different scales. Natural solution to branching and growth. Symmetry shows up everywhere. Crystals, organisms, molecules. Why? Because symmetry is stable. Low energy. Preferred configuration. Nature repeats because mathematics repeats. Because stable solutions are limited. Because certain patterns work and nature uses what works. We study these patterns, give them names. Wave motion, oscillation, resonance, interference, diffraction, harmonics. All describing the same fundamental behavior. Energy storage and transfer. Vibration and wave propagation, pattern repetition. And once you understand one example, you understand them all. That's the beauty, that's the power. I teach students about waves. Start with a rope, shake one end, wave travels down. Simple, visual, intuitive. Then I show them sound. Can't see it, but same equation, same behavior. They already understand it from the rope. Then light, electromagnetic waves. Can't see the fields, but same equation, same behavior. They understand it from sound. Then quantum mechanics, wave functions, abstract, confusing, but same equation, same behavior. They understand it from everything before, build from simple to complex, from visible to invisible, from intuitive to abstract, but always the same pattern, always the same mathematics. That's how physics works. Find the patterns, understand them once, apply them everywhere. That's why I love playing bongos. It's not separate from physics. It's the same thing, same patterns, same vibrations, same waves. When I hit that drum, I'm doing physics, creating oscillations, generating waves, exploring resonance. And when I derive the wave equation, I'm doing music, understanding harmonics, analyzing interference, appreciating patterns. It's all connected, all the same, all beautiful. Nature repeats itself, uses the same patterns, over and over, everywhere. Not because it's uncreative, because it's mathematical. Because certain solutions are natural, stable, universal, wave motion, oscillation, vibration, resonance. These aren't different phenomena. They're the same phenomenon in different contexts. Energy storage and transfer. That's all it is. And that behavior follows universal mathematics, creates universal patterns. Once you see it everywhere. Ocean waves and quantum waves, guitar strings and electron orbits, bongo drums and atoms, all the same, all connected, all beautiful. That's what physics taught me. That's what music taught me. That's what nature shows me every day. Patterns repeat. Mathematics is universal. Reality is connected, and it's amazing. Every single time. Still amazing after 50 years. The wave equation. Bot quadrant pass for t quadrant v quadrant, bot quadrant pass for x quadrant. Simple, elegant, universal. Describes ocean waves, sound waves, light waves, quantum waves, vibrations, oscillations, everything. One equation, infinite applications. That's the pattern. That's the repetition. That's nature. I'm Richard Feynman. I play bongos. I do physics. And they're the same thing. Because nature repeats itself, uses the same patterns, follows the same rules, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. You recognize the patterns everywhere. In sound, in light, in matter, in music. It's all waves, all oscillations, all the same. That's the truth. That's the beauty. That's the wonder. Nature repeats, and that repetition is what makes understanding possible. Because if every phenomenon were unique, we couldn't learn, couldn't generalize, couldn't predict. But nature repeats. Same patterns, same mathematics, same behavior. So we learn once, apply everywhere, understand deeply. That's physics. That's music.